inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Yeah, he got a little star on his helmet.
They begin on the ground with Kamara fighting him off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they work this well up.
JT Woods, you got to fill that gap.
That good for 22 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara.
There we go.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Play action. Now it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's taken down.
Yeah, everybody bit off that play fake. I didn't know Carr play fake was so amazing.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Carr now on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Long send his ass in motion. Yep.
They'll look to throw again.
Ooh, Woods. That's what you need for your star development, bro.
But he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Damn.
The end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Carr going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve.
Woods.
Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode.
Could have been a star, man. Star development.
The kick
Top
by
pick.
Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll toss this out right for Spiller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground in the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Herbert on 1st down now.
Oh my God.
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn.
Why didn't it go to the sideline,
He
bro?
returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
That was horrible.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Oh my God, bro.
2nd and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
I feel action.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Carr. And his throw's going to be
we'll take that.
Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6-0 our score after 1. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Again, they run it with Spiller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, D-tackle.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run here with Spiller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall. And the Chargers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Carr. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or you just hope for
Oh, he missed it.
to the big man before it gets called?
He missed
All
it.
things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down and complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And boy, he is very close to a first down. From where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They snap it to Herbert. Look at the big man rumble. He's got the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Yeah.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
This is caught. Touchdown. Donald Parham. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, JT Woods. We need to get that development trait, man.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When he got one of the cornerbacks.
Alive, a third down gain of 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Woods, that's your second pick, man. You keep dropping it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot.
Development game. He can't catch the pick.
Into the throw, became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Wow.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So we like to get that sack.
All over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger
Damn, Lil Wayne that small compared to 2 Chainz?
Because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried
I
about
had
the
no idea.
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Kamara. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. That is caught and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They run behind center with Spiller. And shutting him off now.
That boy is going to be a superstar. You hear me? I can't wait to get him, bro. He's going to be hell.
95 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Option play, here's Spiller. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop. 2nd and 10. Herbert now.
Oh, you gotta catch that. You have to catch this.
I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That's what I'm talking about, Allen.
Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, a touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more
RPO action.
Because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Perry, the man in motion. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
He blocked me, bro. What the hell happened?
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
What we doing, bro? Yeah, pause the game. Sorry, bro. Let's see us.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Thomas has got it. Complete.
Oh, come on, man.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they
Got me
get the
running
conversion on 3rd and 13.
Stupid, dog.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Carr. That's Olave bringing in another.
That's all right.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring it.
Good one, JT Woods. Let's go to the crib, JT Woods. Don't get caught. Got the development that I needed.
Badgley on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Yeah, I was gonna lose my shit, bro. I was gonna. He was able to come back to the ball, but they didn't recognize the ball.
Hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
93.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Davis now to return it. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's not able to
that boy Luke blitzing his ass off all game.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with
all game long.
Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail
by
big
4
here to
times.
begin quarter number 4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On the counter, it's Spiller.
Oh, yep. Okay. Easy first down.
Down
Yep.
here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Give running right is Spiller. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
My boy be running that route, is he?
Isaiah Spiller, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Finding room at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
JC is kicking everybody out this season.
Here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Spiller trying to get loose. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have
punched that thing got so nasty.
at the 33-yard line.
It's alright,
All fumbles are
CJ.
costly, but that one really hurts because he had the 1st down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
Oh, come on, JC. Come on, man. Madden robbed me. We're supposed to go jump for that. Come on now.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge.
He's just sat there. He's letting shit.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance, if they want, to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run.
Where you throwing the ball at? What the fuck?
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want
I
on
haven't
first down
up
run.
the
Pick
seam
up 5
open.
yards,
I
bring
had
up
to
2nd
do
and
that
5.
shit all the way to
The
the
defensive
fucking...
line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Carr gonna throw.
Look at that shit, dog.
Those
are tough.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Carr now to throw.
Okay, that's a makeup. I'll take it.
Symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Carr, gotta have this one.
Yep, I'll take that one too. Yep, absolutely I will. Absolutely I will.
And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Williams brings it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
From the gun, a run by Spiller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Again, Spiller. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
112 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to surge ahead with Spiller.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
On 4th down, Herbert.
Throw it to the corner, dog. Throw it to the corner. To the corner.
They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
That's too many drops at this point, man. Man dropped so fast.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Carr to throw on 2nd down.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Flush to his right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing now is Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
Zombie getting cooked, bro.
3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. One final try now for Carr. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown error on the game's final play.
offense, and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. They'll turn to Kamara.
And he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today, and really, I mean, we know why.